Hey guys, welcome back to Forbidden West. Last we left off, Aloy finally got to the Daunt, I think it's called. This area. The game finally began after the Varl tutorial section, and now I think we're heading to Chainscrape, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this Oseram settlement right here. It was shown in most of the preview stuff material. I do really want to take my time going through this area. You can already see there's some points of interest everywhere, but I think Chainscrape is going to lead us there anyways. So let's just go there right from the beginning. I'm excited to see what's out here. I mean, there's probably already going to be like 5 new machines just in this starting area. What are you? The boars look new. Wow, and they can really take a hit. Okay. Wow! I guess our stuff isn't really modded yet. Boar bone is purple now. That's new. Okay, yeah, let's go. I'm hyped. Oh my gosh. It's been a couple days since I've played, and it's basically all I've been thinking about. Right, this is very hard. Things will murder us.
I could learn. There's a cauldron out here.
Yeah, no cauldron in the Daunt, I think. Hello! Oh, yo! That was strike from above. Okay, so we do have that. Nice. That was weird. Okay. Yeah, those are burrowers. We've seen those before. Any variants? Because I know there's like a million variants of these things. I don't quite know what that entails, though. What's this? Fanghorn. That's new. Right. Right in the eye. Okay. Let's quickly detour to the Fanghorns, and then we'll get to Chainscrape. Right, we have a stash now. I think we'll access that once we get to a town. That's amazing. No sadder feeling than in the first game, finding more medicinal herbs and seeing your pouches full. So, okay. They look like razors, lancehorns, but they're not. Fire Fanghorn. Oh boy.
Could use frost armor instead.
Weak to frost. Yeah, makes sense. What has it got? How do we go through the focus? There we go. Okay. It's blaze. Purge water. Okay, that's new. I don't know what purge water is. I don't have fire arrows yet, so let's just knock stuff off. No, let's do a sound strike, because I don't know how strong these guys are. It's so fun just having new machines, not knowing what the hell's gonna happen. I can sound strike these guys, right? Yeah. That did nothing. Okay, start shooting. Did the other one see me? No, other one hasn't seen me. Let's hide, let's hide. Okay, I think we're gonna frost bomb. Nope, he saw me. Alright, yeah, let's frost bomb this guy. That totally missed. Oh, no, 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 we're out of here, we're out of here. So, that did my entire health. Okay, he's actually almost frozen, let's go for it. Wow, okay, they weren't kidding around with very hard. That's brutal. Alright, they have, I feel like in the first game they had a lot more AoE. Okay, he's frozen. Let's start shooting. Okay, we're good, we're good. Critical hit? Nope, not quite. Wow. Okay. Oh, coil. Okay, so coils are still a thing. I don't know how that's going to interact with crafting, but we'll find out, I assume. Wow. That's a lot of damage. You know, I kind of went in expecting something like a grazer. Nope. So, I think I'm debating just going with the frost bombs now or getting the sound strike in. I think sound strike is still worth it. He's got his head down. Yep. Okay, follow up with frost. Oh, we have resonator now. I don't quite know how that works, but that's the spear thing. I don't know about you, but I don't want to get in melee with that thing. That's the rest of my chill water, which isn't great. Comment if you find Orange Blaze weird as well. I don't like it. But I get it, they have acid now. Okay. That was fun. Alright, Purge Water. Let's find out what that is too. Okay, I must have knocked it off. So many new items we gotta investigate at some point. Okay, it doesn't actually look like he dropped any. What's that? Oh, it's a squirrel. Sad. Got caught in the crossfire. Oh yeah, if anyone listened to the promotional soundtrack they released before the game came out, this is one of the tracks that was on it. Good to hear, good to hear. I think it's called A Steady Breath. Julie Elvin, I believe that's her name, the vocalist for Horizon, she's incredible. And again, that song that we got at the start of the game, the opening cutscene with the vocals, I had to take a minute. They've since released the soundtrack, or the start of it, and it's on it. It's called Into the Flood. It's great. Check it out. Okay, Chainscrape. Let's go. We definitely need some better gear. That's acid. Last time we saw that, there was a Slitherfang, so...
It must be a bristleback.
Okay.
Maybe Errand took it down?
Can't scan it.
Ground soaked with acid. Did the bristleback must be Chainscrape. Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there.
Great.
I'd be able to tinker with my other gear, too.
No, I hope so. Also, this place, I think, is based on Zion Canyon National Park. Haven't been, but it's beautiful.
Outlander approaching. That the savior?
Alright, the settlement looks cool.
In, savior?
Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
Not too hard. Nice.
By the force.
Petra!
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here?
We love Petra.
About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice
Never
to see
change,
you.
Petra. Never
And
change.
not a moment too soon. Come on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
No, stop. Say hi. It's Petra.
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
Ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you.
Look at those gauntlets.
You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
You know, that's a thing that's already kind of been a big theme in this game. Aloy just feeling the need to keep moving, to keep going.
Sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But
Keep
first
going on
things
this mission.
first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Leaving her friends behind. Like Varl. I'm sad about that. I like Varl. So hopefully she resolves some of that. She lets some people help her, but... Okay, we're in Chainscrape. Lots to look at. This is going to be a big introduction to a lot of the new features, I imagine, so let's take our time with it. Petra, though. This game just keeps treating us. Oh, she's probably my favorite from the first. No, that's not true. There's a ton. Anyways, let's keep going.
Workbench is free if you need.
Use Workbench. Okay, so... Where do we start? Alright, upgrades. Weapon upgrades, I mean. Upgrades. Frost? No, I'd rather do my bow. Okay. Lots of new UI to take in. So... This is just... Oh, it's just, like, strictly upgrading it. So this is going to give it more damage, more tear, and it just takes... Okay, cool. Oh, we got acid arrows now. Okay, so it's like buying the new bow in the first game. Okay, cool. And then this one gives us, again, just more power, I believe. Cool. And then Burrower Sound Shell. Okay, yeah, so I think they mentioned, like, you need to get specific parts off of the machine, so we're going to have to somehow tear that off. So that's good for now. Create job. Sure. Active quest, let's go for it. I think I'll do a lot of stuff like that off camera. Okay, so I was wondering if it was going to be more of like a modular system, or if it's just strictly upgrading, it seems. Let's do the sling too, it's pretty slow. Can we upgrade handling? No. What? So there's frost, and then frost again. Maybe that's lingering frost. Okay. And, oh, where'd we get the tusk from? I don't remember. But cool, we have the last one needed. Outfit upgrades. Nor Anointed, aka Shield Weaver. Ooh, I am almost out of shards. Although, armor is pretty important. Fanghorn. Okay, well we got one already. That's pretty good. So, cool. And I did see there are still coil slots. Yeah, so maybe we can do that in our own inventory again? I'm not sure. Let's check. New slot. No, it's locked. Okay. Well, I probably shouldn't have upgraded everything right before buying, but that's alright.
Isn't gonna kill you.
Corroding state, yeah. Oh, okay, so it sounds kind of similar to the brittle state, where they're frozen and they take more damage.
Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the
Let's see,
bristlebacks.
yeah. See, they look exactly like corruption arrows from the first game, which has kind of thrown me off, but... Well, they do look pretty cool. Again, just like the corruption arrows. Okay, this looks like a merchant.
Shop looks closed.
Yep.
Can I still
Yep.
use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Cool. Is that it?
Shop's closed, Greg.
Yeah.
You're welcome to use the
What's... Oh, stash! Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Let's see. I assume it has just, like, infinite inventory. Oh, that's amazing. Alright. Yeah, detaching component with tear to image. Okay. So, yeah, I'll probably just do a lot of hunting like that off camera, because it's going to take a long time, I imagine. Confirm. And are you a merchant? Maybe. Hello?
Oh, hi!
Let's go around.
What?
Can I get in there?
How goes it, Hammerhead?
That might be a bug. I'd like to talk to you.
Some are afraid to be so close to the Forbidden West. I like to think it keeps me on my toes.
Let's just motivate him a little bit. Okay, we'll revisit that. I assume we're just going to wear the same armor for a little while, but I do want to see what the game has. If there's any returning ones. Alright. Let's look at some of these quests.
Almost ready to go?
I like how big it is. It feels a lot more like an actual settlement. The Oseram settlements in the first game are pretty cool, but kind of small. Which makes sense. They're more like outposts than they're true cities.
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me.
Mine or landmine?
Last injury if Olven keeps showing those tongs into those tunnels.
Nope, mine. Okay.
What mine?
Northeast of Chainscrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Olven probably threatened to cut off her pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it? You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvind and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
Oh, their sayings are great.
How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Carja?
Try telling Olven that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvend... his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olven who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olven's wrath than die buried in rubble.
Yep. Okay,
I could
let's check it
in
out.
your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Again, even these small cutscenes have mocap, which is so great. I wonder what they're mining. I guess just what you'd mine in real life too. You'd just think they could just go into an ancient ruin and grab the metal from there. Or machines. Alright, still quite a few more quests. I want to go see Petra. She went off this way, I think. Oh, that's the upgrade job. Look at that tent. That's beautiful. Okay, let's go in here. Just some barracks, it looks like. Not the beer. We want the beer. I think Aloy tries sapper scrap in the first game and is, you know, she has the usual first reaction to alcohol. Oh, cool interior. That's something else there wasn't a whole lot in the first game. Very nice.
Hey, Milda.
Some low poly onion.
Last time I went into the wilds, kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Can you cook, Aloy?
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking.
Are we gonna get cooking?
And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, no trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before.
That's all that Aloy
Anyway,
eats.
next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement.
Fetch quest.
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildif. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
The Aloy is still like compassionate and all that. Oh, and just again that cutscene, the mocap adds so much. Imagine that with just the two static faces from the first game. It's awesome. And he mentioned that we're hunter-gatherers. I wonder if that's because of the Nora garb, and if somehow we acquired another piece of armor, he would say something different. Okay, cool. Is this not where Petra is? Oh, Machine Strike. Yes! Okay, I think we're gonna have to dedicate a whole episode to that. I spent way too much time playing Gwent in Witcher, so I'm looking forward to that. Right. Petra.
Almost ready to go?
Oop. Down here. No, that's not Petra.
What
Oh, it's Ulvin.
do you want, Ulvin? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior.
Hi.
What auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of Hughes.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Ulvin Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
Saviorly attention.
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
You tell him, girl.
The bristlebacks, of course. Up to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Oseram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Oseram lives.
That's fair,
deal?
yeah.
You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Oseram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. Then just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Oseram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
You said you founded Chainscrape.
Yeah, I feel like that's conflated a little bit.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Oseram.
Okay, we've had enough of him.
Whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Oseram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle.
Okay.
I
So
see what the Carja magistrate wanted. I bet.
Yeah.
He's in the tavern.
Also, let's see. I think Petra might be the main quest, so let's reactivate that. Oh no. Well, she's somewhere. Come on over here. Who's that? Someone called me. Ah, I'm busy. Okay, entrance. There we go. This is the magistrate, yes. Yvonne the Willing.
Savior, thank you for taking the time, and my condolences that you had to endure Ulvant's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse.
She has.
It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Carja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram
Ooh,
holdings.
good luck with that.
Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Carja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
This side quest already has more politics than all of the first game.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Now, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
How
Blaming
does
the
blaming
Carja.
the Carja for the bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears.
Yeah, I forgot it was in
Rusted.
Carja territory, to be honest.
Bad ale. Claiming that the Carja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Ulvund has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
Reconstruction. I forget what happened to it.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Carja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
Okay. Lots to unpack there. Wow. I'm looking for Petra. That's food guy. Oh, is that a scannable data point? Yes, it is. What do we got here? My eyebrows. Okay, I'm curious. Okay, I'll read through that later, but I'm very intrigued indeed. Alright, let's go to the fire pit, save a bit.
Hey, I thought you'd left by now.
Where did I see that? Right here. I'm still not very used to having to pulse the focus like that to see interactable elements of the world. Okay, I'm gonna take a couple moments just to kind of digest everything we found, and then I think we'll get going. I'm really curious about the mine, so I think we're gonna do that first.